Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through sources, uh, pull out those key insights, really, to give you that shortcut to being well-informed.
Always good to be here.
So today, we're diving into something, well, a bit different. It's where humor meets political reality. We're looking at Terry Fallis' novel, The Best Laid Plans. It won the Leacock Medal for Humor back in 2008.
That's right, a Canadian classic in political satire.
Exactly. And our mission really is to unpack this satire, see what it tells us about, authenticity, idealism, particularly in politics.
Yeah.
But the core question Fallis sets up and what we want to explore is how does a plan built basically to fail spectacularly
Right.
end up succeeding?
Right.
And what's that reveal about truth, maybe in public life?
Well, it's fascinating because the setup itself is just perfect for exploring that. You've got this character, Daniel Addison.
The speechwriter.
Yeah, the political operative. He's completely burnt out, just desperate to leave politics behind. So he makes this deal. He'll manage one final campaign, but it has to be, unwinnable, a sure loss.
A graceful exit strategy for him.
Exactly. His best laid plan, as the title suggests, involves picking a candidate who is, well, the opposite of electable.
And that's Angus McLintock.
Professor Angus McLintock, yeah.
Yeah.
A retired Scottish literature professor, cranky, eccentric, completely apolitical.
That's like a guaranteed disaster campaign-wise.
That's the whole point. Daniel wants the disaster so he can walk away clean. But then things start to go, well, hilariously right.
Right, instead of wrong.
Precisely.
Right.
Angus starts succeeding, much to Daniel's increasing horror.
That's a great premise. So Angus, he's described as, totally unfiltered. Speaks his mind.
Completely. Doesn't play the game. He'll quote poetry, give these rambling but, honest answers on policy.
Which is, as the book notes, a pretty rare commodity in politics.
Understatement of the year, maybe?
So how does Fallis make that work? How does that raw honesty actually connect with voters against all the, usual political rules?
Well, that's really the heart of it, isn't it? Fallis suggests that Angus's authenticity, because it's so unusual, becomes his superpower.
No way.
Think about it. Voters are often, well, let's face it, tired of the carefully crafted messages, the sound bites.
The focus groups.
Right. They're starved for something genuine. So here comes Angus, not dodging questions, maybe even going off on a tangent about Robert Burns.
But being real.
Exactly. And those moments, Fallis shows they just cut through all the noise. Daniel, the cynical insider, he's just watching this happen, totally baffled.
Because it shouldn't work by his rule book.
Not at all. But Angus's sort of unpolished truth resonates. It disrupts the whole system built on artifice. It's almost revolutionary in a quiet way.
That's fascinating. So it's not just being authentic, it's how that authenticity lands in a system that, frankly, often rewards the opposite.
Precisely.
But, does Fallis push it too far? Is it presented as pure idealism winning out, or is there a bit more nuance? Does he suggest maybe Angus is too honest for the real world of politics?
That's a fair question. I mean, it is satire, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Fallis uses humor, stretches things sometimes for comedic effect. Angus's idealism definitely shines, maybe sometimes a bit too brightly for pure realism.
Okay.
But underneath the comedy, I think the argument for integrity is pretty firm. You see it in Daniel's character arc.
How so?
Well, Daniel starts off completely cynical, just wants out. But as he watches Angus, he slowly shifts from grudging respect to, genuine admiration.
So Daniel's transformation kind of mirrors what Fallis hopes the reader, or the electorate maybe, might feel.
I think so, yeah. It reinforces the idea that principle, even when it seems absurd or out of place in politics, can actually connect. It suggests that, yeah, the path is weird, it's funny, it's fraught, but it's powerful. It taps into something human.
Right. So wrapping this up, our deep dive into the best laid plans, it shows this paradox, really. In a world often full of political calculation, maybe the most authentic person, the outlier, is the one who actually makes the biggest impact.
It certainly makes you think differently about leadership.
It really does. It makes you reconsider what genuine connection with voters actually looks like.
And maybe, connecting this to the bigger picture, the novel leaves you with a pretty important question to ponder.
Oh.
Yeah, think about it. Can someone genuinely honest, truly principled, actually survive, let alone thrive in today's political world? What qualities do you think really connect anymore? What defines leadership that feels, well, real, something to chew on long after we finish up here?